to the living water. If you were with us in worship this past weekend, you'll know what it is I'm doing and why I'm doing it and to what it is I'm referring. We spent some time sharing on the living water of Jesus Christ, and more specifically, how we can live in the living water of Jesus Christ. And as followers of Christ, that's exactly what we want to do day in and day out. One of the best ways that we have to do that is to join together in our disciples' journey. And I am really grateful to Katie. She has put together a video that reminds us both what our disciples' journey is and offers an invitation to all of us to become a part of it in the year ahead. So I want to invite you to watch that video, to be in prayer, and to consider how is it God is leading you to take your next step as disciples of Jesus Christ and letting that be a way of living into the living water of Christ Himself. Hello, First Church. I hope at this point you have heard a good bit about our disciples' journey and are starting to become familiar by what we mean by our disciples' journey. Our goal in it is to see multiplying disciples of Jesus Christ. And the way that we want to see those disciples created is by seeing people connect with God and God's people, to then see them discover their call, embrace their call, and then live out that calling in such a way that multiplying discipleship occurs. Now, I can say all that to you. You might even be familiar with that language, but you might also say, what exactly does that mean? And what I want to say to you is that Disciples' Journey, it is not a class, it is not a program that we invite you to go through. Instead, it's an experience that we want to invite you into. When we look at the life of Jesus, we see that when he walked with his disciples, he didn't just stand in front of them and share information and lecture to them where they took notes. Instead, Jesus walked relationally with them by engaging in specific practices and disciplines that formed them as disciples that led to multiplication. That is what we're seeking to do in our disciples' journey. And so I want to invite you, if you have not yet taken a step in the disciples' journey, to do so and to be a part of that experience. If you've already taken a step in disciples' journey in the past, will you pray about what your next step in the experience may be? We've been so blessed at First Church to already have a number of individuals go through some or all of the disciples' journey experience. I want to invite you to listen to how that experience has impacted some of them.
Disciples' Journey allowed me to learn a new meaning of community and fellowship. It allowed me to see a new start to my journey in faith.
He's allowed me to just be quiet and pay attention to where he's leading me. I've been confused for a couple years now, and he's just brought me to that place.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I came in thinking I knew nothing of what I could offer, and now I know that there are plenty of things that I can do through the abilities that I've learned here. I look forward to serving continually as a community that is both sending and gathering.
I feel like Disciples Journey Step 3 has given me the tools that I need to be able to speak to people and to reach out and hopefully inspire them to learn more about God.
I feel that God has transformed me by making me more open and outgoing with people, and I needed a nudge for that.
Sharing my testimony and hearing everyone else share their testimonies has just really strengthened my ability to communicate my relationship with God, who He is in my life, what He's done in it.
By stepping outside of my comfort zone, it's allowed me as a worship leader of the CLC to be more encouraging for the members of the CLC to be as open in their worship experience as well.
Our heartbeat and our vision at First Church is transformation in Jesus Christ. We believe one of the most significant ways that can happen is for us to live into and be multiplying disciples of Christ ourselves. And so we want to invite you into Disciples' Journey. If you have never taken one of those steps of the Disciples' Journey experience, would you prayerfully consider doing so as we move into the year ahead? It's our hope and our prayer that every single person connected with First Church eventually will be part of this journey with us. We look forward to the experience with you.